Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So we've been doing this tumbler series and this is the last of it. So what we did was take a tumbler, we made it from beginning to end, and every single thing that was done to this tumbler was filmed. I did not do anything off film, and I didn't edit out for the sake of time. I didn't edit out anything that we were doing. So we did it all on film together. So what I did was just broke it down into pieces of how to do of each step of doing the tumbler. So I did put it in a playlist, and I titled each piece with what that tumbler piece was, so that if you have just a specific piece you'd like to look at, okay? Now, I know that there are so many different ways of doing things to your tumbler, and these are the things that I've learned over the past few years, the things that I do. I'm always learning and doing new things, but I want to share with you as beginners what I know and how I do my tumblers. So I really hope that this was helpful to you. I hope that you were able to get something out of it. Now, this tumbler turned out so pretty. I love it. The glitter is beautiful. You can see it is so smooth. Now, the last piece that we did on the last video was our pour after we put on a nice thin coat of glitter. So I do know that there are some people that put that, I'm sorry, not glitter, epoxy. And I know that there are some people that put that thin coat of epoxy on, and then they'll wait 4 hours before they do the pour. I don't do that. I put it on right away. I've tried different methods, and to be honest, I have not found any difference in it. And for me, on my timetable, it's a lot harder for me to come back later and pour over, in a certain amount of time, because a lot of times I need to do it and leave. But I have tried it, and again, saw no difference whatsoever. So, that's completely up to you. Like I said, there's lots of different ways, and as you're going through and doing it, you're going to take pieces of different people and what you're learning, and you're going to find the strategy that works best for you. So remember, we did the window clings as our decals. They are so pretty. They look good. You can see there's no edging around. You cannot even tell at all that they were window clings. The one thing I will tell you, when I put my Mod Podge on, I did not, I should have taken this, or if you don't have one of these, like a credit card or something, and I should have just gone through like this and made sure that everything was smoothed down, because I will tell you, as much as I really love this cup, I have some bubbles right there, right there, right there. And so this glitter, and you can see I don't have any around the other things, but where part is glitter and part is not, it sort of makes it stand up a little bit more. So it's important that you go through and make sure that everything's flat down, where I just used my finger, and honestly, I would have been better to use something like this. So that is the thing that I'm not happy about, but if you're not looking for it, it doesn't really stand out. The glitter, I love the glitter color. I told you I love that Tack It glue. That is my all-time favorite. A lot of times I use the Elaine's Tacky glue. because the tacket's not always easy, the over and over tacket's not always easy to find. However, the Elaine's doesn't do the regular Elaine's tacky glue doesn't do nearly as good as the tacket, which is also Elaine's. So that's why I want to, so those are some, some things. And I wanted to show you in the decal portion, I showed you some different ways of putting on decals. And the reason why I wanted to do the window clings, although I've done them before for myself, I had never videoed them. So I did want to show you that. And this turned out just really, really pretty. Now I will go in and put a name, and I'll do just a light, coat over it when I do the name. But for now, I'm not going to put that on. Okay, so now we're going to go through cleaning up our tumbler. So I've gotten really good at, and it's just through practice, at not getting stuff inside my tumbler. So my tumbler is actually completely clean inside. However, it wasn't always that way. And, and that's just through practice. And you find different ways that work for you for keeping your inside clean. And also one of the things, the benefits of taping this down and not going all the way up, it's a lot easier to not get stuff inside your tumbler. If you're going to the top, you get more that you have to clean up, and that's just the way it is. So even though this doesn't have a lot to clean up, I just want to show you what I use. Now, if I need to, I will use paint thinner, like on the inside if there's paint in there, but it is really a last resort for me. I don't like to use paint thinner. So the products, what I normally use, I use nail polish remover and alcohol. And again, I like to use these coffee filters. They're inexpensive and they do not leave they don't leave any like threads and pieces behind. So I will use the nail polish remover to clean the inside of my tumbler. And I do that even if I don't see anything in there. I do it to make sure. And this is thin enough too, when I go around, I can tell if I felt like any sort of thick piece. So sometimes you'll get some thick pieces that you might have one piece in there. And that's where I like to use an X-Acto knife, and I'll just take my X-Acto knife and go in right underneath the piece. Anytime you use these, be careful, they're sharp. I really love the Cricut X-Acto knife, and I love it because of the grip on it, the handle. You can see I've used the Hecky Doodle out of this thing. But the grip on it is just so good. So I just go in and I'll take my point and get underneath any piece and pop it off, and then go back and clean around it. So this is a really good tool to have. And then this is called, it's a whirligig, but the real name for it is a deburring tool. But a lot of people just call it a whirligig. And I did do a video on this at one point if you want to actually see it in use, because I don't have anything on the top of my tumbler. But this, the nice thing is, I wonder if I have one that I can use this on real quick. Hold on one second. All right, this has a little bit on it, so I'll show you. So this, it has this like curved piece to it, and you put it on the top, and there's in this curved piece, like I like to put my finger right there so it turns, so it's easy to get onto curved surfaces. I just put my finger and just take it and go around like this, and you can see, do you see how it just pulls anything off of there? Now, this is very strong. It will also get your metal. So but it's just light, and I just take a light sandpaper to it when I'm done. I take sandpaper and just go over it in a circle like this. And it will smooth your top right back up. All right, so this is actually a very useful tool, and it will just pull the stuff right off of your tumbler, and you can kind of put it down to the side a little bit like this if you need to, and you know, get stuff right off the side. So it's a deburring tool, super, super useful. And then once I'm done with that, then I always end with alcohol, outside and inside. And then from here, I let my cups sit 24 hours. And then the very last thing that I do before I package them up for people, I wash them inside and out with Dawn dishwashing detergent. So I'm not going to do that now because this hasn't set for 24 hours. And I mean, you know how to wash a cup, but I like to use Dawn. I don't know what it is. I feel like Dawn does such a nice job. And once you wash it inside, outside, and then dry it with a lint-free towel. Thank you, that's the word I was looking for. With a lint-free towel, and it shines up so beautifully, and then it is ready to go. Easy peasy. So those are the things that I use. Again, I use alcohol, fingernail polish, I use coffee filters. If I have to, I use paint thinner. I very seldomly use it. I try not to, because something about putting paint thinner inside the tumbler, I know it's fine, but it just makes me feel weird because people are going to be drinking out of it. I use the whirligig or the deburring tool. I use an X-Acto knife, and then I finish up. Last thing is wash it with Dawn dishwashing soap. So, and then that's it, and package it up and ready to go. So listen, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. And listen, if you like it, please give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping in. And I so much appreciate everyone who has chosen to be a subscriber. It is really nice because, you know, you like to put the time in to show people the things that you've learned. And, you know, it's really nice to see it watched and have people subscribe. So I thank you so very much. And I hope you have a blessed and beautiful, beautiful Saturday. And I'll see you later, friends. Bye.